shoresides of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Jets. Both teams still searching for that first win of the season. One of them is going to find it here as we're off in week 2. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey,
they run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And he needed his 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
ready, set.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Harvey once more. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ready.
Now they send their back in motion right. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Completed to his running back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Let's go.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Got it. Ready.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down.
Here we go. 60 by 6.
Setting up to throw. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29.
Net crack all 80.
They're throwing it. Hits him on the out route. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19, 60 Maverick. Ready.
From the red zone on 1st. Has it down close. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it. Harvey has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
They just could not even find a slip of breathing room on that 1st down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal.
Go! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Another for Harvey. And this time he's going to score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams finish up an excellent opening series. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? It sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
And he misses on the extra point, so a good start for their offense, but not for him kicking it. Score stays at 6-0. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. Return starts at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. New York to the line. 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Jets first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Kings!
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Brought in right side. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Baker now off the play fake. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Baker now from the gun. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Christian Harris picks it off. And the Rams will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
Cut 19! Ready!
First play in a drive. Here's Harvey. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Staying on the ground here with Harvey. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Chop alert! 6, ready.
On the handoff, here's Harvey. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. Our score, 6-0. More from MetLife coming right up. time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They start out with a 2nd and 3. Here's Robinson up the middle. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Rams have the first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Hold the ready.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Ready. Kennedy Lions. Ready.
Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Danger, kid. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Giving this to Harvey. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
60 Vikings, 60 Cougars.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. This one's caught. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. Goal to go. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. All right, so they retain possession, but they're going backwards, Brock, after they put it on the ground.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's into the hands of Dobbs. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Romeo Dobbs touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage.
And that's no good. His 2nd missed extra point of the day. So now after his 2nd missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
What's that?
Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. That's incomplete left side.
Jane, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Throwing again is Baker. Left side, caught by Metcalf. stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. A gain of 26 yards there. And it's good for a New York first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. From the pistol, here comes Pacheco. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Mayfield now off the play action. Finds a man right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First down, here's Baker. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Buys time, rolling right. He's running with it. Now a hit, Mayfield loses the ball. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play.
Oh, you know what, Kate? That defense right there, they thought they had a huge play until they saw that ball bouncing out of bounds. One bounce in just the other direction. They're off the field. Instead, well, they're on the field. They got to shake it off, though, and keep this offense from the end zone.
3rd and short, Mayfield. Complete beyond the marker. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Running up the middle, Pacheco. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Mayfield now from the gun. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and 4 coming up now. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets making a one-score game before halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jets trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So first down from the 41.
Ready! Cougar 19! 19, 5 in! Ready!
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Hits his running back. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. And goes to the hurry up here.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Rams, first down.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready!
Working on first down. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball. And they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
He's going to throw again on second down. Downfield, he's got it, so that's Dobbs. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
A gain of 30. First down, Rams.
Let's go now. 70.
From the red zone now. And he'll set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Craft all 80. Panther 11, Panther 11. Dragon 60.
He's going to throw it again. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams will add to their lead at the end of the half. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Rams push the lead up to 12.
Jody Sly set to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
It's first and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. From the gun, Mayfield. He beams one deep right side. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Became Metcalf, the intended receiver. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Mayfield set to pass. Escapes the pocket. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. This is caught inside the 15. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. From the red zone on first. Hits the slant. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before the half. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. One last play before the break.
Real. Good sec. Run. Right. Pistol. Kings. What's that?
Final throw before the break. And he's going down. They said no to that shorter field goal, partner. Rolled the dice for more, and they're going to end this first half empty-handed as a result. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
180. What's up?
Baker now off the play fake. Escapes out to the left. Builds up this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Getting 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Buying some time right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Good. Start.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Oh, and they fake it. And no success on the fake punt. That was way too tough to connect on the throw. That's a turnover on downs.
You know, in these situations, Kate, you got to be a great actor. That time, the punt unit defensively was not buying anything they were selling. That's a big stop on the fake punt.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Throwing off the play fake. Finds his fullback. And they bring him down around the 34.
2nd down.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Third and just 2 to go.
Let's go now. Ready, ready?
Give up the middle to Harvey. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. It'll be a field goal try from Joey Sly. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And that keeps the lead at 12.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
1st down, looking to throw. Mayfield finds the in route, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Offensive line fast.
At the 45-yard line.
Baker now from the gun. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. He's trying to go deep again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill. So that brings up 4th and long. So out now comes the punter. And this somehow is... And we've seen this before. It's a fake. And no success on the fake punt. That's way too tough to connect on the throw. That's a turnover on downs.
A lot of these punters back in the day, well, they used to be quarterbacks back in high school. Not anymore. Those glory days are long gone, and the arms just don't have quite the touch they used to. It was a dangerous call choosing to pass it, and it sure backfired there.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45.
Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And they can't connect on the deep low. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
2nd down, give to Harvey. On the move, past the 40. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run, crossing that 1st down marker.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough.
Hit behind the line, that ball's loose. And the Jets recover it. And he's only going to take this forward to about the 38.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
What's that?
Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. Throwing the out route complete. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st down, here's Baker. Just like the last play, Metcalf has it. And they get this down to the 28. They gain 11 on that play, and that's good for a Jets 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw, swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Throwing again is Baker. He's got a man left. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Alert, alert!
Mayfield to throw again. Caught on the slant. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense in the hurry up here.
Gain of 7. Brings up second and goal.
Pacheco. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jets shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown.
The kicker on for the extra.
All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
14.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. First and 10.
Ready! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Mustang 19. Cowboy 80.
They'll throw to start the drive. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing again on second and 10. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
The Jets take over first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Kings! 180.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Working quickly here.
Brings up second and a yard.
Hey, alert!
The 27-yard line.
Mayfield now from the gun. Cut out left. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that will set up first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
So we're through 3 here. The Jets have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here first and goal.
Set. 180. What's up?
Working inside the red zone. Brought in right side. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
So from the 3, here's second and goal.
Real.
Once more, it's Mayfield. And he makes the catch, but he will not get the feet down. Oh, Brock, that could have been a highlight reel touchdown. Instead, just an incompletion.
I can pretty much guarantee you, Kate, the minute that quarterback left the pocket, that D coordinator started to hold his breath. It is so hard when you play a dual-threat QB out on the run in space, especially down here in the red zone, but the defense rises to the occasion.
Flush down now to his left. touchdown. The Jets take a fourth quarter lead. Baker Mayfield, the touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can extend a play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
So up comes Mayfield and his offense. They're going for two. All right, they're going to throw for it. And it falls incomplete. Can't make that pass work, so as a result, they will not be able to push their new lead to a field goal. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. They're both quarterback and tight end. Went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully. And the tight end, the beneficiary.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check.
It's Harvey straight ahead. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Rams have the first down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Well, right. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And the Jets recover it.
This really should be the last place and the last down you expect to fumble on. There's still 2, 3, maybe more to work with. Just take care of the ball. Go down when you're hit and set up for second down.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. They did it! He made the interception! Trevin Wallace has it! And the Rams have some new life in the 4th!
Not just a bad decision, frankly. It really is a quarterback in this moment of the game. You got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
60 Vikings, 18.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instinct come to life.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Ready.
2nd and 10. Here he is to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Cougar 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Back to throw it. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. So a fresh set of downs after the penalty.
Here we go. Here we go. 76, 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Rams down by only 1. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Here we go. Set. 6 Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready.
I'll throw it. Short pass brought in. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
That's good for our Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Robinson on the inside give. He's dropped. A big stop and a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there. The Jets take their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
Go! Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Man in motion here. He'll look to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And it's going to be caught by his back. It's Giddens. And he drives this forward to the 6. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. It's a very important field goal for Joey Sly. A very short kick here from the right hash.
23-yard attempt.
Oh, he missed it! The pressure got to him on that short attempt. And they're going to stay in chase mode down by 3.
Kate, he's going to be asking himself the same question on the walk back to the sideline, sitting on the bench, leaving the stadium, on the bus, wherever he goes. What went wrong? Why did the accuracy he shows in warm-ups disappear right when his team needed him the most?
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
20.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Forced out to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. And he makes the, wait, no, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Dumps it off to his running back. He manages maybe 3 yards there to the 23-yard line.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. He's back to throw. It is caught left side. And he has the first down, and now Brock, the Jets can just run out the clock on this victory. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. First down from the 42. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Lining up to take it in on 2nd down. We're drawing up for him. So the win goes to the Jets. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the 2nd half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.